want to be green or brown, preferably.
Okay. I'd answer with which M&M I'd be, but I've not had an M&M in ages. I can't remember what they taste like. I have commentated
They
League
all
recently.
taste the same. Their
Oh,
colors
do they?
are completely. I used to make M&Ms.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I worked in a factory that made them, and yeah, that the color does nothing. I mean, you can
Oh,
see that when you taste them, but yeah. Anyway, what
okay.
why do we have champion names?
Why do we have
Okay.
champion names? Well,
What?
because otherwise we forget what the champions are, wouldn't we, Marby? Come on. Stop asking silly questions.
But what are the players called? Anyway, as we wait for this to perhaps fix itself, I guess onto the
Ah, we
draft.
can see it on
And
the side. It's all good.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
let's talk about the draft. Because when I look over at Luxury, I see an Italy, I see a Jace. Two champions that, if they get ahead, can do a lot of work. But if they don't get ahead, they can throw out their abilities, but it's going to be a little lackluster, I think.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying seeing this tank pick up from the side of Pos. My initial reaction to Jace is instantly just pick Malphite. You kill him. You kill him over and over again. It's easy. It's great. You have that fantastic snap and engage. You are a great big frontliner. You do good things. Ornn kind of feels that. The engage isn't quite as snappy, so you can't punish this poke comp quite as hard. But you do have that extra range to it. You can target it directly at Vit if he ever dares to open up with that curtain call. So overall, can't complain. Can't complain. It should still fit roughly into the same wheelhouse. Maybe just a bit less kill on the Jace. So it falls to Fuquan and Yado to find that kill instead. And that is absolutely fine. Unfortunately for Pos, I don't think they're really going to be focusing their attention that much towards the top side, and Artemis is going to be the big focus as we actually see a couple of summoner cells blown already in the spotlight. Kind of missed that, but that's a heal and an ignite down for Cerberus.
Now, we usually like to joke about in the VCS, Lee Sin is the litmus test for how good a jungler is. And currently, Fuquan has a 50% win rate on the champion. So I'd like to say this is make or break for him. I also think it is almost make or break for him in some senses as well, because he has been looking to be the chink in the armor of Cerberus. Pos, Yado, Artemis, Ron OP have all looked good. They've proven themselves. But Fuquan, being that rookie for Cerberus, has just been looking shaky. Now he's on a Lee Sin, an early game jungler, just like he was on the Xin Zhao, but this one requiring slightly more mechanical prowess. How does he perform?
I think the big thing for Fuquan is he doesn't really need. He mostly just needs to sort of keep an eye on Killer Queen, because if Killer Queen is only good at counter ganking, so if you can sort of press the idea that Killer Queen has to sort of look into you, either try and check you and try and duel you, which you should win pretty much most of the time, or has to make the first move of a gank that you can counter gank, you should be able to shut it down. That's the failing of Nidalee. It's not super great at those gank setups because she provides absolutely nothing but damage. But Lee Sin, it's kind of the same. Like, he only has the cripple, so it's not the most CC in the world, but it's enough that you can really try and make this happen as the spot lane.
Lovely dredge line from CBL to start it all off. The ignite taking down Vit, has a fourth shot. I'm surprised he didn't go for the flash. A fourth shot, maybe didn't think he had quite enough damage to be able to kill Artemis. But Killer Queen is hovering. It could look for a play. Fuquan making their way down as well. But Artemis is going to be forced all the way back to their inner tower to reset. There's going to be a fair amount of CS being lost by the Cerberus ADC.
And this Jhin Nautilus combo, if you land anything, you have so much follow-up CC that you get to just put out all your damage, and there's very little Cerberus can do about it, like Artemis can do about it. So that's why their trades are just actually going so heavily in the favor of Luxury. Like, picking this Leonis sort of means that you're not going to be able to really get as much pressure down as you can on the side of, like, picking an Enchanter alongside it, but you do get to defend a little bit if you make a mistake. If CBL lands that hook, Ron OP can just throw their body in front of things and give Artemis a chance to walk away. And that's worked out so far. It's meant that Artemis actually overall is kind of losing this lane, but here's an attempt onto Blazers.
Blazes engaged on. Will Blazes fall? Absolutely. And just like in game 1, it is Yado who picks up first blood for Cerberus.
Yeah, fantastic play, working around these charms very well and getting Fuquan into a good opportunity to make his way in, blowing that flash early to get in range for that cripple. Very nice stuff. He's off the map. He's made his first move. He's fallen behind in CS, but that's to be expected from the matchup. But now Ron looking a little cautious. That's just okay. Like,
Oh no, Ron lost out 200 health.
Yeah,
what is he
I
gonna
was
do?
expecting a little bit more, but it is
Yeah,
Leona. She takes no damage. Yeah, just not willing to risk anything through that minion wave. Just flash, cripple.
Oh, we've got a play and play.
Hello.
And again, Ron OP Artemis almost getting the kill onto CBL, but now Fuke1 shows up as well, and both the teams deciding against it. Or at least they would, but Blazes has a Realm Warp. Javelin misses. Deadly Flourish does not. Ron OP falls. Safeguard from Fuke1 takes him out to safety. And just the one kill going the way of Luxury.
This is the early power of the Rise coming into fruition for Luxury. They're able to get down here first. As long as Luxury and Yada's gonna be caught out, and he's not spotted rather, so he's not gonna be able to like catch Blazes and do anything to him really and punish that. So it's just a pick up of Ron OP sacrificing himself for the greater good of his carries. And now Yada in a little bit of trouble, but should be able to zip on out.
Killer Queen showing up into the mid lane. That buys Blazes some time. And, oh, Yada waiting. And there are two members of Cerberus right there. Oh, great Rune Prison. And somehow Yada doesn't land a charm. How Rise is still alive, I don't know. Over the wall, Shield of Daybreak into the Sonic Wave. Blazes, you did the hard part perfectly. All you had to do was just go back to your tower.
Yeah, and that's a lot of damage onto this Jace. He's taking the rough end of a few trades, so... No, okay, Fuquan's not going to get there in time. But that is a Gromp that will go into his pocket instead. Not quite the Jace, but you take what you take. And they have good positioning for this Rift Herald. It is Caitlyn who has moved first. So, Jin, are you going to move up to match? It looks like yes.
Oh, my... What is it with Nautilus hooks today? Like, genuinely.
Look, Ari's just kind of hard to hit. I'm gonna give them that. I'm not gonna be too critical about missing an Ari. She's a slippery one, that one.
Yeah. Got some well, Rift Herald being started up. I see you smiling there, Marvin.
You just completely bail out of that one before you even begin.
Yeah.
Speaking of trying to bail out before it begins, Coated, my friend, it is bad news bears for you. Here comes the Goon Squad.
Well, Coated going to try to get the kill onto Artemis, walks right onto a trap that allows the rest of Cerberus to show up, almost gets the kill. But Artemis, instead of walking away, just sets up the ace in the hole, picks up another kill, or I say another kill for Cerberus. Artemis's first kill of the game, and now it's just tower plates are being unloaded into the Caitlyn.
Yeah, with the Lee Sin right up next to it, should be more than enough to knock down this whole tower. Jen's going to be pretty happy on the bot side, picking up most of the
Ron OP, get out of range. Okay, Ron OP
He's
did.
fine. It's a lot shorter range if you don't actually touch the tower, so he's okay. He's fine. It's good. It's good. Artemis is happy.
Artemis missed the
picks
minion.
Up a lot of gold. Oh no!
To be fair,
1 minion.
Yeah, well, I mean, 13 CS down, 1 minion out of those 13s, that's about 8%.
Sure. Anyway, he's not hurting that much in the gold department with this pickup. And now gonna have to rotate back to the spot lane, probably gonna try and do try and crack as many plates down there as possible. Again, it's been very rough this game in terms of actually getting access to the tower, been pushed in quite a bit. It's actually Dragon that is on the table. It's been 10 minutes for this Infernal, and no one's had a look in. But there's an option. Hello, Pass.
We saw in the previous game as goodbye Blazes. Absolutely, but Pac and Foz get out of this one. I love the way that we were exactly on sync. 3-man knock-up. Doesn't do anything, but it might buy time because the rest of Cerberus are coming down. Solar Flare gets a slow. Killer Queen forced to flash, and Killer Queen with no health. No, Killer Queen! No, bad Killer Queen! Dead Killer Queen! What is it with Luxury escaping deadly situations and they're going right back into the meat grinder? Now CBL will fall. Bit, well, he's in a tricky spot. Fukwon goes back in but will die. The red buff burn. And now Blaze is teleporting in. He's charmed out of his own realm warp. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Oh my god, Fukwon! Ah, how Blaze has survived, I don't quite know, but cue the circus theme music is all I'm going to say for that one.
Dive, dive, and dive again for Cerberus, basically. It comes to the conclusion that they've dived too many times and they kind of lost a hell of a lot of health from just the tower, so they're going to have to reset, and this means that they aren't going to be able to convert too much out of those kills. It's a bit of got play.
Oh no. Oh.
And Killer Queen, what were you doing?
Did Fukwon really need the ult?
Look, it guarantees the Q, and I think that was probably the most important, the main thing.
It was point blank. How could you miss a Q from there?
No, don't ask. Don't ask me. I don't play Lee Sin for this sort of reason. Yeah, and Blazers. Oh yeah.
Let's get slow-mo.
That little sort of predicting the step back, that seems kind of fair. But you see that bounce damage from the overload hitting Yado, and that pretty much takes them out of the fight. So without that, it's kind of just, if I throw the Q, it works. If it doesn't, well, that's we have to give it up. Realistically, you don't want to try and solo out the Rise, but the damage they all took meant the resets early for Luxury. They're going to pick up this first dragon at 12 minutes. So Soul is, it's quite a while away with this first Drake being taken down so late. And now,
in fairness,
looking for something to happen.
I am somewhat surprised that there's only 2k gold separating the two sides, because I thought it would be a lot more one-sided, especially considering 7 kills to 2. A lot of tower plates already taken, and the first tower of the game picked up by Cerberus, but they look for Blazes. A good charm. Fukwon dives in. You know what? I think Fukwon is lucky that he didn't die there, because that was, well, he took maybe one too many tower shots. Either way, Cerberus get the kill, and now Cerberus just cleaning away Luxury's jungle as well.
Yeah, very clutch on that gold drink. That helped a lot as... Hello? Goodbye?
Oh, good deadly flourish. The focus dropped down onto Ron OP. Killer Queen will get the kill, but a lot of sums burnt, and they only get the one kill onto the Cerberus support.
Yeah, but as to where this gold is just keeping fairly even, as it's actually going to be a good push onto this top lane tower. Look at the CS on the top side. That's where the gold's pretty much safe. Even in the bot lane, there's a healthy amount of gold for Vit, healthy CS lead at the very least. It's balanced out, of course, by these kills, by these towers, but this is keeping them in the game, at least keeping them within spitting distance. And if they can keep trying to find plays like this onto Artemis and Ron OP, granted, if they just keep getting Ron OP, it feels a little bit bad because you really want that shutdown gold to come through. But
at least you break Ron OP's mental. At least that way, one person from the Cerberus team comes away from this game pissed off.
Yeah, that's play the solo queue game. If you're losing really badly, you either try to get one kill onto everyone, or you try and make one person get to double-digit deaths. Yeah, that's the game.
No, sometimes I like to be that guy in solo queue that I'll like giga try hard, and by giga try harding, I'll literally try to break someone's mental verbally, and just be like, oh, how did you miss that? That was easy. As now we've got a fight starting off. A Call of the Forge got Yado and Fukwon already taken down relatively low. Maybe this is the angle for Luxury to take the play. Realm Warp not going to be picked up by Blazes, but the fourth shot of the curtain call will find the kill onto Poss. Now a 5v4. Do Cerberus want to contest this? It's only the second Rift Herald of the game. Is not a critical objective for Cerberus.
I think they're mainly just trying to look for an exit kill if they can find one, but it's not really likely since pretty much they just walked into a very spread out Luxury, threw their engage very early, and then just didn't really have much left when the retaliation came. They did have that solar flare, but Ron OP not in a position to drop it onto Vit. Means it's just a pretty nice win for Luxury. They pick up a good kill. They pick up a Rift Herald and can convert it.
Oh, wait, Yado? Yado's actually outplayed that. How he's still alive, I don't know. The tower will fall, and I think Killer Queen might have his head in his hands after that one. That was almost as bad as that Jarvan dive top he tried a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think there's still a fair ways to go for that, but Blazes might be in pain. Good flash for Blazes, though.
I'll give credit. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah,
No,
Artemis is here.
To be fair, I actually give credit to Fuquan. They're trying to bait out the flash from Blazes. I'll tip my hat off to Fuquan for that one, but Blazes was very patient in that regard. And this is going to be another inner tower. And it's another inner tower and another whole bunch of gold going into Artemis's pockets.
This Caitlyn is slowly getting there, still a little bit behind the Jhin in terms of effectiveness. Going for the Zeal, which kind of hurts my heart a little bit because stack your AD on Caitlyn, please. It's just good for you. It's just better. But wants to probably go into
you sound like my mum now, Marby. You know, you got to eat your vegetables, Artemis. It's good for you.
It is! Listen to your mother, Milky.
You're only allowed one Zeal a game. No more Zeal bars for you.
Anyway, so this is gonna keep Artemis hopefully a little bit safer. That's the idea, but gonna be doing a little bit less on that poke option with those Piltover Peacemakers. And now Luxury, they have position over this dragon. It's an ocean dragon, which isn't really something you'd want to commit to losing the game over. But as long as they can find a good engage, Ron OP is probably the one to look out for with that solar flare. Here comes the horn.
Pull off the board, got to drop down, and all the focus just right onto CBL. Easy first pickup. Ron P, though, going to be able to make their way out as Fuquan gets another. Dives into the back line. 3 kills already. Killer Queen will fall. Vit, the only member left. You can cleanse away the 4th shot. Bye-bye, Yado, but Vit won't be able to find anything more from that. It's an ace for 1. Yado, the only member falling, and Cerberus come out on top.
Yeah, they find a good enough engage that Yado is able to just move forward over and over again, reach that backline comfortably, and the dive is too much for the comp of Luxury. They can't do anything against it if the engage lands well. Is a teleport coming in from Coated, or is it Blazes? They're going to try and catch Artemis. Why are we in a replay?
Wow.
They completely with the solar flare, but it doesn't actually matter because the front line is in a perfect position to eat all the shots from the Jhin, so it doesn't do anything. And Yado just gets to go hard and try his best. Vit plays it quite nicely to get that kill back, but it doesn't matter.
So
Artemis
back
is dead, by the way.
live. Yeah, Artemis is dead. To quote Jhin himself, regarding Artemis's most recent item purchase, rapid fire. How ugly. Dredgeline into the depth charge. Goodbye, Yado. Luxury get a kill. And now they look for more Blazes with the Realmor, but he's just going to come in from the side. And actually, he just delivers himself to Fuquan, who picks up the return kill. 1 for 1. Both mid laners dying, but Luxury will keep on pushing forward with the minion wave. The wave, though, gets cleared away, and Luxury can't look for the dive. Good Zenith Blade. Good Dredgeline. Fuquan hooked. Fuquan sinkered. But it's one pull back for the side of Cerberus. Now they look to Luxury and Vit, and Artemis has returned. And Artemis wants his vengeance. Gets the kill on it to Vit. Ace in the hole, almost picks one up as well for Cerberus. And overall it is once again Cerberus to come out on top, and this is how Artemis died.
Yeah, he only expects the 1 teleport, doesn't read the second, gets pincered, gets completely removed. But that mid lane play, the engage came back up for Luxury. Blazes with a huge overstep, giving Fuquan his way out, and a free kill means that the fight becomes fairly even. They're not actually that worried. It's a 4v3 with Artemis running down lane, and they get such a big knockup from the Ornn that they're able to completely turn the whole thing around, give Artemis the time to arrive. But if Artemis had a collector instead of that Zeal, that would have been an ace on Coded. I'm telling you, build your collectors on Caitlyn.
I mean, I will agree in that scenario, it would have got the kill. Whether it's a better purchase overall, that
It's
I don't know.
better than rapid fire.
I've just realized what's going on for Blazes. He watched the previous series and he thinks he's role-playing No-Go and playing the Yasuo. He's trying to get to the 0-10 power spike, Barbie.
Unfortunately, he's picked up 5 assists, so he has to work extra hard.
It's
Probably
still
picked up a few others.
0-7.
He is still 0-7. That is true. It's been
Twitch
a
chat,
rough
what do we
game
think?
for Blazes.
Twitch chat, do we
unfortunate.
think Blazes can do it and hit the 0-10? Yada teleporting in. This is just to defend the lane, prevent Luxury from picking up any gold bounty from that tower.
Okay, so we see this. It's gonna completely fizzle out. There is a dragon soonish. In 1 minute and 30 seconds, it is the Hex. Oh, here's an engage.
Okay. Yada already down. Killer Queen, though, we're getting focused on Fukwon, trying to go in. Good kick. Finds a kill onto Blazes, but it's turned around. Cody jumping in. Vit drops down the Gale Force. Picks up another. Great dredge line onto Rollo B. CBL solo, but CBL still alive. Vit can't quite get in range to get another shot off onto Rono P. And it is 3 kills for 1. Luxury coming out on top. And that gold deficit is only 4,500. And now Luxury look towards the Baron Nashor.
Why are you fighting a 4v5? Artemis was nowhere nearby. Why were you fighting a 4v5? Did that... It looks like to me Cerberus tried to engage that. And, okay, so they're looking for a Hail Mary Peacemaker. That's about all they've got. They're not clearing the wards up, but it shouldn't matter. So yeah, there you go. It's a Baron. It's a big team fight win. It's a bounty. It's everything going back into the side of Luxury. And did I miss a hook? Am I going insane?
I don't know. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
I apparently missed Blazes Flash Everfrosting. Okay, that's... Alright, sure. Okay, so... Yeah, it's a flash engage onto Yado, but I think you should just cut your losses. You shouldn't chase into what is now a 3v5. You absolutely should not be chasing into that. That's 100% sure. That I can say 100% sure, and it's really only a miracle Cerberus Rono P got out alive. They are able to reset and pick up this dragon. It's going to be fine, but now they have to deal with this Baron buff. This should be good for Luxury. They have so much poke, they can set up great sieges. And it's up to
This is going to be an inner tower.
Yeah, that's a freebie. That's basically a gimme because of the dragon. And with this easy rotation, they've got inside track towards this top lane. That's pretty much going to be a free one as well. There's no response from Cerberus. They are looking very lost in what they want to do.
Yeah, Cerberus kind of just ignoring Luxury right now, looking to push it in the mid lane. Why, I don't really know, and it means another inner tower is going to go the way of Luxury, which practically means that from this Baron power play within the first couple of minutes, Luxury are pulling back about 3,000 gold, and now they're just 1k gold behind at 24 minutes into this game.
Yeah, and it's a good play from Luxury, followed by a blunder from Cerberus, and from here, they've just been very slow to react, slow to the play, and this is good to see from Luxury that they are being decisive with this buff. Is it gonna get out? Yeah, Poss doesn't even walk towards the bush.
Who got the blue buff? Blaze, it's gotta be. He will pay for his sins. Surely the collapse on top, resonating strike. And Fukwon says, my Baron, my blue buff. But Blaze is now 0-9, getting very close to that 0-10 power spike.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's slowly making his way there. He was able to avoid picking anything up in that big win for Cerberus, for Luxury rather, sorry. And now, gonna be able to get a quick sneak away from Yada. But they have seemed to slow it down. There's not much left outside of the base itself for Luxury to take, just that one tower left. And Cerberus could make a pretty committed effort to stopping that. But this Baron buff, it's 10 seconds. It's done its purpose. It's brought the game back to pretty much even. 1k gold at 25 minutes is not much at all. It's just who can make the next play. They found a pick on the Blazes. Can they find another onto CBL?
Got a Quaver lands. Yeah. Luxury just trying to get some priority in River. Why? Don't really know, because there's no Drake coming up. Both teams just posturing around each other. Nothing to fight for just yet. And for the members of Luxury, a chance to maybe scale. Speaking of scaling, surely Cerberus outscale Luxury just from having the ornaments alone.
Yeah, that does help. So they've currently got they've got 2 right now, which gives them another couple thousand gold roughly in stats, which is nice. Which is going to be actually quite helpful if they can get another good fight. If they can actually sort of group up properly. Once again, Artemis off collecting waves on the side. They have to be a bit careful, but Killer Queen is gone.
Killer Queen, you're playing so aggressively. You go golden, but Luxury can't come to defend you. It's a dead cat. And Killer Queen, for what? To try to get a red buff?
Yeah,
How is that worth? And now Cerberus look for more. The charm under the tower, CBL focus, but Cerberus are taking a lot of damage. The curtain call will not be able to find a kill. Yado ultra low, same for Fook 1, same for Poss. And Luxury defend their base, and there's still the possibility that Blazes can go in, drops down the Rune Prison, in comes the engage, into the backline from Fook 1, CBL will fall, Fook 1 still alive. The G8 popped down, Zenith Blade flashed under the tower, Ron OP finds the engage, Ron OP secures the kill for Cerberus. And Vit all on their lonesome to defend Killer Queen up in a few seconds time, and it looked like Luxury had defended, but they bite off more than they can chew, and now it's a 2v4 defense.
They really should. I don't know if they can go for it. Vit is still available. There's a lot of damage around.
Oh, the Gale Force doesn't find any members, and Vit's just engaged on, tries to flash away, drops down the bouncing grenade. That's 1 kill, but Killer Queen falls away, and 3 members of Cerberus are onto the base. Vit's gonna be able to find one, but can they get the Nexus defense? The Javelin toss misses, Yada just dropping down abilities, there's a teleport as well. Surely Cerberus have this, the chase here, and the Nexus will fall. Cerberus will take the series.